Imagine some results, getting some practice this week, knowing that, hey, if I work my tail off, there will be some chances for me.
Right. The motivation factor really never played a part because, once again, we attack practice every day the right way with conviction. So,
how important was that first catch? Take us through the emotions of that first catch.
Coming from once I made the catch, I came to the sideline and having all my teammates acknowledge it, and they also knew that was my first catch was awesome, and just them being like brothers and giving you that kind of recognition, like congratulations, dude, was something that had me a bit dumbfounded.
Yeah, I feel like it was. I mean, it was only for a couple of yards, but I mean, where does that catch rank in terms of your football career, really?
It was my first play that wasn't on special teams, so that was something that had my juices going a bit.
Who's giving you more congrats, the wide receivers or the DBs?
The DBs. They were. That's funny.
Did you play at all in the secondary last year?
I played a bit,
yeah,
but it was later on in the game when we may have been
winning. So kind of like a meaningful snap.
Exactly.
Okay.
What have Matt Miller and SWR, some of the other receivers, done to help you with this transition?
We're constantly in the film room, and we have meetings early, meetings late. We're always working as a unit, so them taking me under their wing is something I couldn't be any more happy about.
We talked a couple weeks about you switching over, and then all these DBs got hurt, and then you started practicing again back on defense. What was that kind of transition like, and how much were you actually kind of splitting back and forth there for a few weeks, or are you still doing some defense?
It was more leaning towards the offensive side of the ball, but I was practicing for certain periods with the defense. It was an honor for the coaches to see that kind of ability in me.
So you're just doing offense now, though?
Mm-hmm. Yes, for now.
Have you ever, in your time here, seen somebody running around with an orange jersey hanging out of their back pocket while they're wearing a white jersey just because, in case they have to switch during practice?
No, I haven't. I was the first one, so that's kind of cool.
Yeah. You talk about you did have a couple opportunities there. You had a deep ball versus Ole Miss. You had another one kind of near the sideline against Colorado State on a broken-ish play. I mean, there have been a couple opportunities there, so were you excited to get one, finally one of those to click?
Right. One of the deep balls haven't clicked yet, but I'm sure it's coming soon. I just want to go out there and contribute. So whether that's a short route or a deep route, I'm ready for it.
That's probably, I know that one against Ole Miss specifically. That's probably one where they dial that up and it's coming your way. Right. So you get little jitters there. I mean,
a little bit. We were on sideline and you see all the eyes on you, and the coach is like, "Come on, let's go make a play," and you have kind of a burden on you. But we understand that if you want to be a playmaker and you want to play and be a factor on the team, you have to go up and handle that the right way.
How are you
getting there?
How are you able to balance kind of knowing that maybe you were still learning this offense, and that eventually more of those throws would come like they did Saturday, to wanting to have an immediate impact? How do you try to balance that?
Just be an athlete. When it comes down to it, you're here to play football, and that's how I attack it. So, just knowing that you're an athlete, you're a Boise State football player, and just be a Bronco.
You're still only 2 months into this transition. How far have you come, and how much more do you still see out there, ways you can get better?
I'm gradually getting better, but I know the sky's the limit. So as the days go on, I attack it as if it's my first day. And something that really sticks with me and something that I really take to heart is Peyton Manning says that he wants to be taught like a grade schooler. So that's how I try to go about things every day.
What's kind of the next step then for you? I know obviously you've had a lot of those kind of progressions. What's kind of next now that you've been able to get involved a little bit and maybe to try to continue doing that?
Get more involved. That's about it. Just try to be a starter. Try to be the individual for people to have confidence in. So just being consistent. That's something we preach, is consistency. And that's something I feel I'm lacking right now. So,
how did the whole process go down? Like when you were called into a coach's office, here's what we're going to do, we're switching you. Just take us through that.
It really wasn't a like necessarily a switch. It was more of an opportunity for me to make more of an impact. And the coaches just told me like, yo, if you wanna play and you wanna help the team, which I want to do, we have an idea. Here it is, and you can either attack it or you can let it fly by. So.
Were those catches? I noticed that you ran a couple short routes again, crossing routes against Louisiana Lafayette, and that's where you caught your first pass. Was that kind of designed to try to get you involved after so we've seen you downfield a little bit more, but they try to get you involved with something?
Yes, it was. Get me in the intermediate passing game. So that was nice. Getting me in the flow of things, not having to be nervous about that first catch midway through the season. So it was good. I got it early.
Does it make you better now that you have a first catch?
Mm-hmm.
You've gotten that out of the way.
Yes, it does. It's like I'm more inclined to make a play now that I'm in the flow of things. I'm in the stat books. It's not so nerve-wracking.
Is there somebody in that room you lean on for advice or to help you through this transition?
Mm-hmm. A little bit of everyone, because even the younger guys, they've been playing the position more than me, and Matt and Shane have taken so many snaps here. When it comes down to it, you can learn from everyone. So I tried to take a page out of every single receiver's book.
I was going to ask you one more about Dante Dion's pick. I mean, you used to be in his group. Now you're a wide receiver. But, I mean, what went through your mind when you saw that catch? And I mean, pretty impressive body control over
there. It's funny. I was on the sideline watching the play right there. And when it happened, I couldn't control my emotions. I said, whoa, like, that was kind of dope. And then we actually talked about it after. And him being able to tiptoe on the sideline like that, I had to try to take a page out of his book too.